With the new update patch that is coming on the 11th November, Cygames reworked the mechanics of the gut stat. Here is all what you need to know about the new gut stat and how to build it properly. So, previously, the only viable strat that will be used in the Unity Cup will be the with maxing strat, aka running 3 speed and 3 with card only. But right now, since they buffed the gut stats, we can also use the guts maxing variant. So what's the guts maxing variant gonna look like? This variant will be 1 speed, 3 guts, and 2 with card. Here's an example I could find from the JP version in the future. We might not have all of these cards yet, but I'm assuming as for the decks, Kita Sunblack and Guts Haru Urara card will always be the staple, followed by other cards to fill in according to your card pool and the hints required. I'm not too sure if you will fit Rico in the deck, but if it is, then one of the Guts card will probably be replaced by Recall. Now, what is actually buff on the Guts stat? Let's talk about it. First off, let's talk about how Guts is currently used. Formerly, this stat only gives you a little bit of a buffer to help with the stamina on the last spurt. But now, with the new update, the Guts stat is used for a lot of various mechanics. First, based on the news, it increased the runner's last spurt speed based on how high this stat is. This is really massive, as the last spurt used to be based on the speed only. So now on top of speed, guts also help you with the last spurt speed. Here is the formula from the race mechanics document. I won't go too much into the details of it, but just know that now guts affects your last spurt speed. I was also looking through the race mechanics and found out that guts also affect your minimum speed, which is the target speed when your Uma runs out of stamina. Not as important as the last spurt speed, but it is something good to know as well. On top of that, they also introduced two new mechanics, which is Spot Struggle and the dueling system. Both of these rely on the gut stat. Looking at the game tour race mechanics, these are the system that we're referring to. The first one is the lead contest, and the other one is the showdown mechanics. Let's take a look into what they actually do. First off, the lead contest mechanics. It is basically a mechanic specifically designed for the frontrunners and the Great Escape. The Great Escape strategy currently is only accessible to Silent Suzuka. Another thing to be noted about this mechanics is that it needs to happen between a frontrunner and a frontrunner, or a Great Escape and a Great Escape, so it cannot be mixed with a frontrunner and a Great Escape. What this mechanic does is that when there are two frontrunners close to each other, or they are basically trying to compete with each other, they all gain extra target speed by using their stamina. The strength and the duration of this buff is based on the gut stat. So from now on, frontrunner will definitely need the gut stats more than ever on their stats line. What this means is that you can actually see when the frontrunner are breaking further off the pack from the other styles clearly before the middle race. Here is an example from the JP server of that mechanics happening. The other mechanics is dueling system, or what the JP calls it as showdown. It's basically a mechanic where at the last straight of the race, if your Uma are like head to head with another Uma or they are competing very closely, they will increase the target speed and acceleration, which is once again based on the gut stats. So for this mechanics, guts will not be only important for the front runner, but every other style. So once again, hail the gut stats. This stat is now really good. Now, how do you actually train with this guts maxing strat? I'm pretty sure if you already practice on running with maxing, this strat doesn't change too much. But now, instead of focusing on pressing the speed and width button, we are going to be changing that speed button with pressing guts. The width strategy part will mostly remain the same. What will the stats distribution look like with this strategy? Here are the recommended stats that I could find from the future JPCMs. It will be something like 1200 on speed, 1000 on power, 900 on guts, and 900 on width. These stats might not seem realistic as of now, but we will see for ourselves how it plays out once it comes out in the Unity Cup scenario. So when we'll be using this deck? I'm pretty sure this deck will be pretty much viable for the sprint, mile, and medium distance, which is actually really similar to the maxing strategy. It will not be viable for the long distance racetrack because we'll be still running stamina card due to the stamina restriction. That's basically all you need to know for the Guts rework. Happy Guts maxing, guys! As always, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.